Welcome to the Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another reading for September 2023. This is a reading for Pisces. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. We have destiny, bringing down the tower on a sense of lack, not feeling worthy. There's going to be self-love. So Pisces, you're coming to the end. You're getting your freedom in love and that abundance of love. You're going to be made to feel better. You're going to be made to feel worthy. What are the messages for Pisces? Important messages for Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. What does Pisces need to know? Ooh. A new beginning. That ego, or taking control to have a new beginning, will be justified. There is a sense of loss, but that too is justified because it will make you take on a new direction, and you'll be able to walk away from whatever it was that sense of lack. That sense of lack and loss, it was karmic. It had to happen. It's a part of your destiny, yes, but it's a part of your evolution in this lifetime. Because now you're focused. It's going to make you take on and be focused. That's going to be your new path. Focus on work, making your money, making what is valuable come into the light. So you're going to be working on you, and if it's not you, it's your career, your job, to bring in abundance, which is good. You're taking leadership roles, or ego is being squashed with that tower. Either way, there's a new leadership coming in, whether it's yours or someone else's in your circle or coming into your circle. There's new leadership at hand here. Feels like it's you, Pisces. You taking on a leadership role, bringing down the tower, ending. There's a marriage. Yeah, there's a commitment for marriage. Commitment for marriage, making a choice. Another destiny here for just desserts. So going through everything that you've gone through. That marriage coming will make huge change, big progress, breaking down towers. It's going to show that your marriage or your coupling is going to make huge change for others. It's important. It is important that marriage, if you are contemplating getting into marriage, it will bring change. It will bring down the tower. So it's a good thing. The tower is a good thing, you know. It's just depending on your perspective. So the layout hasn't changed. It's still the same as the last read. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages. And I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. The first line is relating to Pisces, the viewer. If you're not Pisces, then you decide if you are in the first line or if you fall into the second. This seems off here. To bring it center. Okay. The second line is the significant other. If there's no significant other, And it is whoever you cross in your daily life, strangers, family, friends, work colleagues. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck we have work, Eight of Pentacles. So the focus that we saw is back here. That focus on work, we have quite a bit of Pentacles happening here. To build your reputation, to build a reputation. This is, if this is not you, then this is outside of you. This is a person who is working on their reputation. They're very worried about their reputation. In fact, there is that sense of intuition, following instincts on a plan for betrayal, because these 4 cards here, focusing on, well, his back is turned to the instinct, so it's more of a question of progress, working, just putting the mind, not feeling. See this, the work is not, there's no emotion, turning your back on emotion. So that anxiety for reputation, these 4 cards seem to bring it's a little complicated, this one, Pisces, because there's a lot of work involved here, and carving out a reputation, really working on that reputation. They're worried. It's either the partnership is worried about being found out for that betrayal that is either taken place or has taken place or is being planned to come into fruition here. Because the back being turned on what is that instinct, that intuition, turning away from the intuition, not following your instincts is not a good idea. And that is where this little boredom situation is, because you're feeling like you're not connecting to someone, or they are feeling like they are not connected anymore. So they're turning away and focusing on their work, focusing on their reputation. All right, we'll take cards on that, but let's start with the 6 of Cups, because up here, it seems that the energy is more facing this way, but we have here the 6 of Cups. So we know that this is all about love, and our King of Pentacles is really working hard to bring in that destiny for choice. He's got his mind focused. He's got everything focused. His love is focused on making that choice. But then it gets a little complicated, because the choice in itself is... See, I'm not clear here. I have to take cards, because it's too many things going on at the same time. But the truth, love brings in that anxiety. This memory, this history is bringing in that anxiety, because there's a lot of history, and it's truth coming into the light, but it will all heal. Again, Pluto is ruling here. Pluto is making us see things we do not want to look at, and this is where it gets a little hazy. But abundance, okay, this 8 is abundance. This is work that is being focused on. This is work that has been done in the past. This is work that is being recognized. This is work that is bringing in the future. It's to come with the truth for a king. who will end the cycle. See, the devil is here. This is why it is so complicated and hazy, because the devil is putting a stop to betrayal. In the beginning, it's like a new beginning. There's betrayal that's going to be stopped. So building up boundaries, right? So there's a marriage. This is where the Knight of Pentacles is taking his time. So the king has a plan, and when that plan comes into effect, everything will shift. And this is probably why I'm seeing the back being turned, and it's all mixed up here. But it's all about building up boundaries because of a relationship to prevent betrayal. And the king himself is digging into the truth and gathering up the information. He is looking into what is good for him and what is going to work for him. It's not a bad thing. It's all about making money. For most of you, it is all about finance and where the finance is going. Some of you are looking into getting into a relationship for financial reasons, so business deals, and really turning your back on emotional connectivity with this business deal. Because if you get into the emotion, you're going to lose. That you feel that. You feel that if you go in emotionally, or you bring any emotion into the business deal, you're going to get swindled, and you don't want that. So you're working hard not to show your emotional connection to the business, to the business deal rather. That's where the anxiety comes in, because this is, some of you are, and it may just be a select few, but it's very prominent. So it's mostly about work. If you're concerned about work, you want to go in without your emotion. You're working, you're really trying to carve out stability, but it's not so much stability, it's more of getting a mindset, putting your emotions aside to deal with the situation. It is what this can read in another level of tarot, where you're anxious about work, you're anxious about finding work, you're anxious about working because of your state of mind, where your mental is being taxed where you work. For some, you're feeling it, and you're feeling like you don't want to do that anymore. You really want to take care of your mental health. This is what is coming out for some, and take it as it resonates. If you're feeling stressed where you work, you're focusing now on taking time away from work, because you're turning your back to the emotional sense. You're turning away from work because you want to take care of your mental state. I don't know how that just came out, but just take it as it resonates. All right, let's see what the Six of Cups represents, so we could get a little more perspective here, because there's a lot happening for Pisces. So we have that manifestation where you have everything you need. Again, it's the King of Pentacles is here, so he's got everything he needs, and he's looking to heal, or Spirit is working with him to heal some love in the past. So it's emotional. There's an emotional connection. I'm starting off with that. There's an emotional connection here with money, finance, or a position for poising yourself to get into a relationship. You're financially set. You have come through, and you are focused on helping and healing. This is where your finance comes in. You're putting, and when I say finance, it's not financial for everyone, but the value, you're putting value on love at a high level, and it falls into finance as well. So marrying for money or marrying into money is some of you are focused on that. Others of you are cherishing and holding on to what you believe is valuable in love. That's another level here, because you have made a choice and you're destined. You think you, the king, or you, that grounded provider energy, which could be a woman too, taking on the role, your focus on your destiny is to be in a true relationship, and you want to be cherished and you want to cherish. Now this is deep inside, for Pisces, because this is your just desserts, and an offer will be made, or you will make the offer. Okay, here we have, okay, let's not go too deep with that, because there's quite a few messages here, but there is an offer that this king, take it as it resonates, this King of Pentacles is ready to and is focused on. He's focused and has a plan for marriage. Okay, let's see what does the Seven of Cups represent? Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Cups, for that passion. You see, there's a lot of passion and creativity and wanting to speak and wanting to communicate. This is a cherished feeling here, where you're serious about the relationship you want to get into. You're missing, very much, you're missing that love. You're missing it. It's a big sense of emptiness here. Lots of space between communicating with the one you love. You want to make that commitment, but you are in a dilemma because of truth. Ah, there it is. Truth. Double swords here. So we have wanting to tell the truth, being in a dilemma of what truth you want to tell, and knowing that it's going to be a victory because you are taken back. See, you're sacrificed. You're willing to sacrifice. But then there's a mental turmoil that's because of secrets. Passionate about your queen. You want to marry because it is destined. Okay, so let's see this. You see the 7 here? 7s are not easy, and we have a double 7 going on here. So all pertaining to working out the details and work in itself. You're making a sacrifice. So you've made the sacrifice. If you haven't made it yet, you will be making it, because you want to be in a commitment, and the dilemma is in speaking the truth, holding it back, but then can't hold it back anymore because you know that it needs to come out. So you're going to get through that. Determination will bring you there, because you know what needs to be said, you know what needs to be sacrificed, and it is all a question of standing up and taking back what was taken from you, what was stolen from you. You want to protect. At least you want to get it back so you can protect it. And there is secrecy. People who have secrets. I know Pisces, you're deep and dark, so you're good at keeping secrets. And of course, this mental turmoil, you're keeping it secret. So you and Aquarius have that connection for holding on to your secret passions, holding on to your secret pain, secret love. You're holding on to that. And you're fighting yourself, if not with someone else, about getting married to a grounded queen who is very much into her own, because she's ready to get married. She's just sitting there waiting for you to come and say, okay, let's get married. You know who it is, you know who you want, and she's just waiting for you to come around. That's good. That's good. Take it as it resonates, huh? Because there is deep love here. That's for one thing. But it's being kept and held. And I say secret, but it's secret to you, because you don't want to tell people. You don't want to bring jealousy. You don't want to cause problems into getting married. You know what you want and you're holding it to yourself. That's good. That's good. Focus. That's the focus here. See, that's where you're turning away from that emotional state, because you know what you want. You're not looking for any connection with an outside party. That is why you're turning away from that emotional sense. For some, this is dealing with your relationship, love relationship, because of healing. Truth. It is coming into healing the truth. That Three of Pentacles. Let's take a look there. See, it is about planning the marriage. That plans have been set. Okay, there is passion there. There is direction. There is devotion. There is lots of passion. I said it twice. That's how much passion there is. And it goes with the king. Sorry, the Knight of Wands. So moving quickly. They're both moving quickly, wanting to race ahead to get married. But the plans are there. This is the plans are already in place. It's a commitment. 3. Marriage commitment. Determined. There's a determination there. But then this knight has an ego. See, this is where the anxiety comes in, because of that ego for this player mode here with a secret. There's more secrets going on here, but going into smooth waters is going to be stopped because there's a burden of unfair treatment that needs to be put down. It is destined. And then we have, we're not going to go too far with that either. Let's just keep turning over the deck. All right, so let's see what this is all about here, because this is plans. This 3 of Pentacles here, these are plans that are in the making here. See this 4? Again, this is a 4 that need to be healed. This 4 of Pentacles. It's holding back. It's holding on. It's secretive. It's not turning away from the intuition, turning away from that emotional state of mind. It's because of the hurt, because of that wanting to be in a relationship, setting up the proposal. This Knight of Wands here. See this victory? I see ego coming into play here. That determination to be a player within a marriage gives a result of a secretive husband. You see? Holding on to your ego, or your partner holding on to the ego, keeping the plan to get married. You see, it's frustrating me here a little bit, because I've seen so many different scenarios. I try not to mix and match them. But okay, so for some, you have a marriage coming. Okay, let's look at it that way. Some of you, your partner is very anxious about proposing marriage to you, because they know that you are so determined. Now, it could be the other way around. You are very nervous about proposing marriage to your partner because you are determined to keep the player mode, or your partner is determined to keep the player mode. knowing that his queen or his, knowing that the partnership is going to suffer. You see, there is going to be a suffering that is going to suffer. It's going to suffer jealousy. You see, if you, okay, some of you, you know that if you get married, a lot of women are going to be unhappy because you, the player, are giving up, but you're not really giving up. You're making out like you're giving up. And then it could be your partner too, right? Because it's this line here. So if it's not you, then it's your significant other. And if it's not your significant other, it's somebody that you're looking into. You want to know. You want to know more about what a particular person is up to, or why they're behaving in a certain way. And this is the reason why, because they're trying to cover up their player mode by getting married, and then keeping a secret will be, this king will turn into a king who keeps a secret, thinking that he's going to go off into smooth waters, keeping his secret. In other words, getting married and then having a sideline relationship. They're thinking that they're going to be okay. It's going to work, but it's not. They're going to get caught out. It's going to be confused. It's going to be a heavy state of. It's going to work heavily on the mind. You see, this is why this card showing up here is not. It's needing to take care of that state of mind, because you're going to be working that mind two ways. I got to deal with the wife, and I got to deal with the other partner. It's going to be too much. It's going to be unfair, but that is destined. Now, let's just take a quick look at the anxiety, because it stems from the anxiety. And the anxiety for proposal, being truthful. What is this anxiety? See, it's karmic. Ego. Indulgence. Satisfaction, or lack thereof, because you're holding back, being held back from that satisfaction. In making that offer for happiness, you're losing, or they feel they are losing out on satisfaction. And if they get married, see, that love, that emotional love is going to be disappointing. They don't want to get married. Somebody who is pretending they want to get married, or the offer that's coming is just going to be distorted for ego, for the ego. Changing direction, working on details. It will leave. The offer will not work. It will not work. That's why there's so much anxiety, because the deal in itself, when I say the deal, this is karma, and this is a karmic situation that has to play itself out. One way or another, it has to happen. It's destined. Destiny says that this will play, and it will not work, because getting into the marriage to begin with is just a ploy to keep, or getting into the relationship. I say marriage here because it is a question of proposing marriage, because this partnership won't take anything less. You see? So feeling like you're squeezed into or cornered into, if you want me, you have to get married. That's what it feels like here. And in doing that, it creates or opens up the door for, well, if I have to marry you, then I'm going to cheat on you, and I'm going to have as many relationships, because you are forcing me to be loyal to just you. So I don't want that. I'm not going to say childish, but very immature on both sides. On both sides. Because forcing a relationship is never a good idea. And that is what seems to be going on here. This queen is demanding that her her king, who has stepped down from kingship to knighthood. He's now a knight instead of a king. So this queen is making demands on her partner to marry, and the partner is planning to cheat way ahead of the proposal. It's not going to be fair. It's going to be very unfair. This marriage is just going to go into stalemate. Well, the marriage in itself, because the reason behind the marriage is to be in control. Ego. It's to feed into that ego. So this is what's going on. It's all about the ego and money. There's money involved here. So we're just marrying for the money. We're just marrying to say we have marriage status, and you are going to do what I say, and I am going to control your life, and then you have to do what I say. But you see, that's not going to last. Here we have the truth. Let's take a look here. Let's see what the Nine of Wands, because this is all about healing. So patience will bring down the Tower for that proposal by the moon. Okay, so that healing is just gonna, it's not gonna work. The plan to bring in a marriage, to have control, it's not gonna work. That proposal, see, all of what was based and built up, all that investment, is going to come crashing down, because the proposal is going to be weak. It's going to be a weak proposal. It's going to be unsure, and more as time goes, the uncertainty will build up. By the moon, there will be imbalance. Bringing in that moon is where the proposal in itself will be in secret. For third party situation. See, it's already starting. Third party situation. But then there is inner healing, going into following what is good for me. This is what I want. Again, it's taking that chance, saying, you know what, I'm going to go and find somebody, because this person that I'm supposed to be with is never going to find out. I don't know about that, but it won't work. I mean, it'll work for the time that Spirit says you are allowed to have this, and then it just will not work anymore, because there is going to be truth about regret. Trying to heal with conversation, bringing back the balance for some. So okay, so let's just see here. We see the ego with the Three of Cups, changing, going off on your own. There's a lot of work involved here. We're going to take on the Four of Cups after, because this is where it's headed. Because this king wants to heal, and destiny says that it's going to heal, everything that was invested is going to be burnt to the ground. So somebody, and it looks like there's the king. King now has decided, well, if you're going to force me, I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to just move off and go in secretly. I will cheat on you. This is what this king has decided. He's decided to turn his back. He's decided to turn his back on the relationship, but not leaving the relationship. Burning down what was invested, destroying everything that was invested by proposing in secret, creating an imbalance with a third party for healing the truth. speaking about regrets and healing them, healing regret, healing that sense of loss by speaking the truth and healing with. See, this is abundance here. This is following instincts. This is following instincts. So for some, okay, it's shifting again. The messages are coming in differently now. So for others, that proposal in secret or within the moon, okay, within the moon. So looking into the full moon, either you're going to bring in balance or you're going to create an imbalance. Now, for some it will be an imbalance, and for others it will be bringing in the balance. Okay, so it's a double-edged sword we have going on here. Pluto is really working hard at making us face the things that we do not want to face. I keep saying that, especially with Pisces. And then there's Saturn involved, but I'm not seeing Saturn reflected here other than the tower. The tower is Saturn coming down with the truth and destroying what was invested, what was worked on, all the projects and plotting and planning, all that will be destroyed because of a proposal that is done in secret or by in the moon, within the moon. Now I say in secret for some because of this prince. I keep calling him a prince. He's a knight, the Knight of Cups. That Knight of Cups has uncertainty. He's scared. He is afraid to make that proposal because of the imbalance, because of the juggling act that he is doing or is instinctively wanting to do. Now, for others, it is, I'm going to bring in the balance by going into a relationship and changing instinctively. I'm going to heal. I want to heal this. I want to heal this relationship. Some relationships will come to speaking the truth about the loss and making that healing happen. You see, talking about the healing, talking about what is true, the truth. Now, with the Empress here, this is intuition, instinctively bringing in the balance, instinctively looking to make things work because of the abundance that she has in generosity for healing. Very powerful, these two cards here. This is instinctively healing truth for some, bringing in the balance by the moon with a proposal that will destroy a whole mess of plotting and scheming. And that is in itself where the conversation will come in. So major healing happening on both sides, if you want to say, of the coin, because we have a lot of pentacles going on here. Now there's work relationships that this relates to. So just focus where the relationship is for the destruction, because it's plans that have been made, work that has been done is crashing. Okay, and then that is work, could be for some. For others, it's a relationship, a personal relationship. Either way, the truth is going to be spoken. The truth is going to be the healing aspect of this destruction that's coming within the full moon. And if it's not within this full moon, it's within the month. So if it doesn't come in to play in September, then you're looking for October. Okay, let's see what the Four of Cups represents. The King is closing off a cycle, ending indulgence. And there's indulgence, I say indulgence, there's stopping betrayal to begin anew. Could be relating to the work, could be relating to a new relationship, because there is abundance here. Again, putting up boundaries, standing in that position of no, this is not going to happen, because the devil is here to say that the betrayal is going to come after the cycle of boredom. This king is going to close off the cycle of boredom. The just desserts are being stopped because of a betrayal to begin a path that is needing to build up its boundaries. You see, you're going on a pathway a new pathway of building up your boundaries to protect your integrity, your legacy, what you own. Again, getting into a marriage because of money, and you're building up a defense mechanism against that, so you can betray the marriage by saying, well, you are not worthy, or I am not worthy, because I don't want to get into marriage with you. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to let you know. There's some of you going to that extreme, man. This is big. Oof. This is a way of getting out of a marriage, because the devil is saying here, the king is going to end the cycle because he's bored. But then the betrayal is going to be stopped to have a new beginning and build up a legacy. So take it as it resonates. If you're looking to betray somebody, the devil is going to stop that. It's a question of knowing what you want and saying, okay, well, if I can't betray this, I'm just going to stop. And the devil is going to say, no, you have to stop, and then you just have to start anew, because that's what it looks like here. Someone planning to make a betrayal is just going to be stopped. Okay? So that something new can start. The devil is holding off on that last betrayal, not allowing it to happen, so that a new beginning to build up self-esteem and build on a legacy could happen. You see, it's to protect a business, or to protect a relationship. Take it as it resonates. Okay, let's see the swords, the 7 of swords. Pisces, this is a really deep reading here. Lots of manipulation, lots of betrayal, lots of action that's going to be blocked, but determination to be in a marriage for some, determination to stop a business venture or a marriage, take it as it resonates, for others. And then the final betrayal is not going to happen, so that self-esteem and integrity can be allowed to build and have a legacy. So someone is fighting for someone else's corner. Again, healing. 7 of Swords. What is this about? Oh, changing the direction. So the plan is to change the mindset and build integrity. Move on. New plans. Being able to walk away if needed. Because it's a 10 here. Pushing down the burden. Definitely. You see, just moving on, thinking, well, I'm going to change the perspective. I'm going to change the direction. I'm going to go on a new path because I refuse to get into the betrayal. The devil is stopping a betrayal from happening. That is a key here for some of you. Some betrayal that wants to happen, Saturn is stepping in and saying it's not going to happen. That person doesn't deserve that. That's destiny. See that? That turning the back here from the intuition, from that instinct, from that natural flow, turning away, trying to betray, trying to create a betrayal, going against nature. That is what this is. Turning your back on the natural flow. Someone is trying to create a disturbance in a relationship, whether it is a business or a personal relationship. And the plan will be changed because the mindset is growing and stepping into integrity. And in that, the integrity takes on a new strength, a new direction, a new plan takes shape, everything new coming up, because of the ability to walk away and have new things, new direction, making new plans. Again, that 5. So that 5 of Wands is repeating itself, where that self-esteem is building up. It's very, very difficult, the 5s and the 7s combining, because 5 is change, making real change and going with it, turning away and walking away with that change because of the ego, you see. And third parties will dissolve and turn into something else, and going on your own, ending up with this delivery of truth. This King of Swords comes in very slowly with the truth, working on the details. That's how this ends. Okay, I took the whole deck of cards for this one. This is very deep, Pisces. Lots of detail that is going to be looked into. Lots of creativity that has been work in a creative sense has been done. Now at the end, it's because of the ego and third parties that either the king or the queen is going to walk away and go on their own and be in their abundance. They're gonna. The story continues. The story continues to have that offer, because it comes to the end and it starts up again. So to walk away in order to have that offer and go off into what is a destined love, to heal conversation and a marriage, to get into, well, not to get into, but to bring up the truth. Wow. Okay, this is a big one. All right, Pisces. We're going to leave it there. We're going to just take our oracle message. We're just going to put this on the side here. But one way or another, out of all of this I'm going to call it confusion, because it is very confusing, this reading. I am not sorry for that. It is what it is, but you just need to feel what is yours as messages go. Okay, I'm not going to rehash again. You just may have to play it back again. So we'll look into the oracle message for those of us who are really trying to hold on to their integrity, build up their self-esteem, get away from third parties, just follow your instincts is all that I could really say. If you know what you want and you have a mindset that you want to go into the future for a relationship that is divinely guided, then you need to speak with your higher power. You need to commune with the universe and do it in a way that you are protected, because you are. Those of us who want to be in a real relationship, a genuine relationship, it will come. Destiny is saying that. It's divinely guided. The offer from your king, or even from your queen, depending on your situation, it's going to be genuine. Destiny is here to play the part of healing and putting things in perspective. That is what Pluto is all about, making us see what we don't want to see, face what we don't want to face, and have real healing for that which needs to be healed. It's simple and it's very complicated at the same time. And here we have milk and honey in reverse. So it is a relationship that is going into turmoil, going by the book to clean it up, or has been put into turmoil. A relationship, let's see, 51. So we were at the 50 before we came to the 51. Let's see, the 50, no place like home. So there was happiness, there was authenticity, coming home to yourself and feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So you were, or somebody was, depending on your situation, in a good place, or feeling like you were. And then the 51, milk and honey, the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing, abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. So you went into a relationship thinking that it was going to work. But then it's reversed. So the protection here, a nameless unease, compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly, before the feelings return, and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before. You may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Okay, so you know who you are, you know your situation, and if you feel that you've been or being cheated, then you need to take time away for you. And this is where the walking away and going on your own comes in. And focusing on your own work, focusing on working on you and building you up, your integrity, your self-defense. Yes. Protecting you is what is important. And I say this, take it as it resonates. If it is that you're looking into someone else's situation, then either you need to help them or you need to let them be. Simply, you know where you are. I mean, it is simple and yet complicated. So let's see, going by the book. So we have 11, and that is a portal opening up. Because you have come into some truth, or you will come into truth, facing it is the only way to get through it. So 11, and that is a portal. It's a very spiritual doorway opening up, because spirit does care about what we go through down here. Spirit is not going to allow us, those of us who've done the work, to just be run over, and unless that is what is destined, because sometimes it is. 11, by the book, abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. Again, this relates to using and abusing. I'm going to set it up in a way so I can cheat, because I know that getting into this is only for the money. Something like that sounds like what's going on here. Getting married for the wrong reasons in order to set up having external marital affairs. We don't want that. I mean, why would you want to go through all of that only to end up getting divorced? Well, it's because of the money. Because if they get divorced, unless they sign a prenup, they're going to get half, right? But I'm not going to start digging into that kind of gossip. It is a question of spiritual exploration. It is a question of rising above. It is your personal growth, the reasons why I pull these cards. And if it is that you or you know that there is someone related to your situation who is using and abusing the sentiment of marriage, then you know what to do. I don't have to say more. Going by the book, Universal Laws, let us read on relationship. Just because. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. So you have a chance, according to this card, you have a chance to turn things around. Speak your truth. Stand in your truth. Talk about the disappointments in your life that brought you to where you are right now. Your work, your ability to go into a relationship that can be solid. Because this card can be, once it's turned around, it just means you're in bliss, huh? Milk and honey. But where it is now is it's at the fork where you have to choose. And if you're choosing to go into a relationship to destroy it, well, what's the point? It's just going to hurt everybody involved. You will not get away. If you think that, yes, you will go in there to destroy this relationship, it's going to bring you some kind of gain. It's not. The gain that you think you're going to get will just be for a nanosecond. And then all of what you think you're going to bring down on someone else is just going to fall on you. But we don't want to think like that. We don't want to think that every relationship is going to be like that, because some of us are going to find true relationships, and our anxiety to get into those true relationships is what we need to deal with. And that's where you go by the book, where you respect the next person and you share with them your anxiety so that you can communicate and turn this around to have that bliss. On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until our next reading, Pisces, love and light.